Gisbergen trying to put the pressure on Bubba.
You see on the left-hand side, Blaney in 10th has pitted, and he's running in front of other cars like Hamlin and Nemechek, who have yet to come to pit road.
To the inside here in the braking zone. Not sure they're going to be able to make the pass there. He's just being real patient and careful.
I talked about how much Bubba Wallace has grown as a road course racer. He'll find out how good he is right here. I mean, you got Shane Van Gisbergen behind you, and right behind him, Chris Buescher. And when you think about the next-gen car, Buescher has been the guy that you circle, the model of consistency. In fact, his last victory came on the road a couple of years ago at Watkins Glen. He'd love to end the winless streak today. Here's Shane Van Gisbergen. Turn 2 to turn 3, 97, back on point.
Hands out the window, thank you. These guys are running very patient with one another. Buescher now coming through. The 17's the one. I wonder how much pace he has. I think he saved the most tire.
I think that loss of the lead is probably going to bring the 23 to pit road.
Well, let's listen into the 23, what they're saying on the radio.
Pace is really good right now. Good job.
Pace, that's going to be a word you hear a lot because they have set a target. How fast can you go? What's the appropriate time? If it was unlimited tires, I think you would pit every 10 laps.
Yeah,
run as hard as you can. But Blaney, who's, you know, he's 30 seconds behind from coming to pit road, that was basically because, you know, he needed to use those tires. We have another car slow, the 47 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. This is around turn 12. The pink walls kind of jump out at you.
The damaged vehicle of Jimmy Johnson trots by.
I don't know what's happening to the 47.
All right, caution.
And there is our first yellow of the day.
What does this do for the guys? What does this do for the guys that stayed on the racetrack there, Steve?
Well, now it's an unfortunate situation because the guys with newer tires are going to be back there in 10th. But I believe what you do now is you can see as we sit on board the Arby's onboard camera. As crazy as it sounds, we're going to burn 2 laps of yellow, which will get us to 7 to go in the stage. I almost think you stay on the racetrack just to run 4 or 5 laps to come down pit road and try to flip the stage. I think you're kind of pot committed.
Yeah.
Now we'll see. Maybe these crew chiefs think I'm crazy and they just can't stay on those older tires, but that's what I would be thinking.
I would say, though, that in a way, Steve,
Reached up here to turn my rocker fan on.
You heard talk about the battery problems for Stenhouse as we sit here with the Arby's onboard camera, so no power there. That's the reason for the caution. But Steve, if you expand the window here, right, you kind of kick the can down the road a little bit, you know, save yourself a set of tires later in a race, right? Give yourself some more options.
Pit strategy sometimes is like hitting.
I suddenly realized that I was no longer driving it conscious, and I was in a different dimension. Just going.
Christopher David Bell, he's 4 years old. Now, what have you started?
Craving a cheesesteak? Arby's has you covered. Race to yours today by texting RACE to 27297 and order in the app.
I think they ordered the ships. Think we can get one up here?
That's right.
I don't know. Think they got security clearance? Can we get all the way up to the bridge?
We have a connection.
Yeah, man.
They'll help us out. All right, let's go down to pit road. Here's Trevor.
Yeah, guys, we've had the 20 car of Christopher Bell come to pit road while the pits were still closed, so nobody else was on pit road to make that scheduled driver change with Brent Cruz. We know that Christopher Bell has that left fracture on his wrist and is not able to really hang on to the wheel at these road courses, as bumpy as it is, make the gear changes and do all the things he needs to do. So Brent Cruz worked all week to be ready with this team. They've made pedal extensions to put in the car for him. They've gotten him switched over. They practiced this multiple times, as well as being in the sim with Christopher Bell to get used to this next-gen Cup car. We'll see where it goes from here, but they are working to get him back on the track before the pace car gets back.
And you know, you could look at this one way or another, right? Glass half empty. This is a really tough race. I had to see Brent Cruz did a really nice job in that O'Reilly race yesterday.
Ton of cars coming to pit road here.
Yeah, a little split here. I love the idea of staying housed. I like the gamble.
For less than reputable pursuits, but we aren't supposed to talk about that. Anyways, 75 years later, an airlift is still leveling loads and beefing up suspension, making your driving experience better, no matter what you're hauling. And we still pursue performance, too.
You may think this show only turns left, but you'd miss what all this is.
On older tires, SVG, the control car, as the leaders make their way to the Poet restart zone. Green again.
The fire down into turn 1 on these old tires. Cars with a lot more speed back here in 8th, 9th, 10th, and further back, bearing down on you in the braking zone here of turn 2.
Blaney in that outside lane on tires, came down, got
All this high-speed section, really tough on the tires. Headed toward the chicane.
I really liked the Blue Angels correlation there. Blaney said, I'm not buying a Ford Racing onboard camera. He passes Bubba Wallace and now has his sights set on the top 2.
What Blaney has to ask himself, or has to,
Making another pass. Down here into turn 3. Oh, you had to check up just a little bit to make sure not to get in the back of the 97 of Shane, and now to the outside.
I mean, 2 for 1? Are you serious? 2 to 3 to 4, and Blaney letting it hang out on those tires.
To be on the inside here going into turn 5, easily taking the spot away.